Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come one, come all. Come big, come small. Come on in the room, best friends. As you guys come on in, say hi to me. I'll say hi to you. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. For those of you guys who have never been with me before, you have no idea who I am or where you found yourself. I am Candy Sincerity Johnson. In the background is
Sean Johnson. Hey, best friend.
Miss Sean Johnson, extraordinaire, is in the background. You want to come over here so we don't disturb the kids? Sean is off camera. She is in the process. She's in the process of packing up all of the orders for our business and getting those out. We have been having some offline conversation, and I said, you know what? Instead of me having a different topic tonight, we need to sit down and have a conversation with the best friends. So before I jump into anything, can I say some hellos?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm trying to get which page you want your favorite.
Yes. So hello. I want to say some hellos. So while Sean is bringing that up, this video is dedicated to all of our best friends. Shout out to all of the best friends. Shout out to all of our subscriber best friends as well. Shout out to all of our replay community. We appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we could not do what we do without you guys. So shout out to each and every one of you guys on both pages. I'm live on the Sincerity Johnson page. I'm live on the Candy Sincerity Johnson page. And I appreciate everybody for watching from both platforms. Hi, Miss Deborah, Miss Regina, Miss Wendy, Miss Angelita, Andrea, etc. Hi to all of the best friends. Hey, mwah. Shout out to all of the best friends. Anyway, I want to have a conversation with you guys. This conversation is definitely geared towards Sincerity Johnson, but this conversation is especially useful and valuable for the Candy Sincerity Johnson page. The conversation is surrounding the Ancestry collection. It's surrounding the pre-order or the pre-sale that we have for the Rainbow Ancestry collection. And so one of the things that I told you guys years ago when we started our business, I said that we were going to document the process. I had this conversation a couple years ago when we were sitting at our kitchen table. I said, we're going to document the process. I said, whether we win or whether we learn, regardless, we were going to come back with that same energy and we were going to say, this is what happened. This is what we did. This is what we tried. This is what the results were, and we will move forward from there. And I believe, and this is especially very valuable for the people who follow me for my coaching and my teaching, is because I model every single thing that I teach to you. I model that in front of you. And so even when things don't work out for you in business and in life the way you would want them to, you still operate with that same energy. You still come to the table with transparency and you communicate. And so that's what this video is geared to be. So this is what happened, best friends. And please, if you like the video, please like and share the video. Make sure everybody who you know follows, as it relates to the Sincerity Johnson side, make sure all of the best friends get the notification, because there were a lot of people who have been looking at this rainbow collection and just wanting to know, are we there? Are we close to the finish line? What's the status? You know, what's the update and all of these things. So Sean and I, what we did was a couple of weeks ago, we went live. We showed the rainbow collection of the Ancestry bag that I created. We did that not with the intent on selling the bag or offering it as a pre-sale. We did that with the intent on just raffling off the one and only one that we had left. Overwhelmingly, we had so many people like, I want to buy it, make it available. Where can I find it? You should offer it. And I kept saying no. No. We have a vision for this year. Our vision is to grow the business in the direction that we've been going in. And then maybe sometime in the future, whether it's next year after next, then we could look back at redesigning bags. We could look at, me designing bags and releasing bags that way. And everybody overwhelmingly, we had hundreds of people say, no, I want you to make it available. If you do it as a pre-sale, we will come together, we will support, and we will go ahead and do that in a way where you can go and you guys can do, a bulk order that way. Sean and I said, are you sure? Best friend said yes. Sean and I worked feverishly behind the scenes. We contacted the manufacturer. We went through all of the different steps and we did everything to go ahead and get the pre-sale going. We got the pre-sale going. Initially, the pre-sale was doing very well. That's the purpose of this video. After we went through that whole hurdle where the pre-sale was doing very well in the beginning, the pre-sale came to a screeching halt. Sean is in the background. She's saying, The pre-sale came to a screeching halt. When the pre-sale came to a screeching halt, I scratched my head and I said, well, what could it be, right? A lot of the best friends that purchased their bundle as it relates to the pre-sale, they weren't even the best friends that were making the most noise and saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what we want. Do it. We're going to support, give us a timeline. We got you. We're going to buy, etc. Majority of the people who purchased thus far during the pre-sale had never even said anything. They had never even said anything. So Sean and I were sitting down. We had a meeting. We were sitting down and we were scratching our heads. And I'm like, I don't know what it could be. Could it be finances? Could it be a situation where maybe people are not interested? Because the fear that I had, the concern that I had going into it was, and I told Sean, I said, human beings are very, very interesting people or creatures. Typically, when something is not in front of us, the interest that we once had is not really there. It's very similar to being in love, right? You head over heels in love with that man or that person when they're close by. But then, there's distance there. You don't talk to them as much. Over time, you get over it. Same thing in business, right? And so I told Sean, I said, I don't know if the excitement has worn off. I don't know what it is. But we're in a very interesting predicament because, of course, you guys know, for everybody who purchased, as we stated in the very beginning of this whole ordeal, if we don't have enough support, if we don't have enough participation, all of those people will get their money refunded 100%. That's not a problem, right? Here's the concern. There's always multiple sides of a situation. And that's where the teaching opportunity comes. That's why I have my coaching platform watching, and that's why I'm addressing the Sincerity Johnson community. That's why I'm addressing both parties, is because I teach you guys the one and only thing that you can never, ever, ever, ever get back. The one and only thing that can never, ever, ever be refunded is your time, right? So not only is Sean investing a lot of time with managing the pre-sale, doing all the behind the scenes stuff, I am as well. Every single day, even leading up to this whole thing, I've been in communication with the manufacturers. There's been a lot of things that we've been trying to do to make sure once money is wired, they're able to hit the go button and they're able to just go ahead and move. I had to literally stop the manufacturers from pre-ordering the materials. She wanted to go ahead and pre-order the materials. She's like, Candace, we've done business before. I already know everything's okay. And I told her, I said, no. Even if we're looking at a situation where it takes a little bit longer than we were anticipating, I don't want to take one thing and then transfer that problem to somebody. That's not fair. We don't do business like that. So I told Sean, I said, again, eating from the plate that I cook from all the time. Y'all know I don't cook. I'm just using that as an analogy. You see what I'm saying? But eating my own cooking, I told Sean, I said, that same energy, that same hypeness that we had coming to the table, launching the pre-sale, is that same hypeness I'm going back to the table, having a transparent conversation with the best friends. That same energy, right? So my question is, and you guys let me know, this is for all of the people who have watched this journey. This is for perhaps maybe the best friends who have or have not purchased the rainbow collection. This is not to put anybody on blast, or this is not to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but I'm trying to figure out, I'm now at a crossroads as the CEO of the company, and Sean already said, I'll follow your lead. I'm at a crossroads because I have to make a difficult decision. Do we continue to pre-sale and continue to invest more time? Because it may not seem like a lot for you guys, but when you're launching a product, a week is a long time. A week is a long time. For an entrepreneur that's homeschooling their kids, got a lot of other, competing priorities, a week is a long time because that week could be invested doing something else. You understand what I'm saying? Or should we just say we're not on pace because of the interest, right? We always say in life and in business, it's not about what people say. It's 100% about what people do. It's never about what people say. People can say they're happy, they want it, they did that. It's 100% about what are the results. What are the results? That's it. Business is non-emotional. It's X's and O's. It's black, it's white. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not even upset. But I have to make a difficult decision. I have to make a difficult decision. And I have to decide if we're going to just go ahead and stop the pre-sale, or if more people were just waiting to the last minute. I don't know. So you guys let me know in the comments if you can. And then in full transparency, no response is a response for me, right? Can I be honest, best friends? This is how you do business. No response is a response. But of course, we would love a response, thus us asking for, feedback from our community, because that's what it's all about. And sometimes as you guys follow our journey, both as it relates to Sincerity Johnson and as it relates to me teaching and operating in the coaching space, I'm able to hold my head up high and not feel any kind of way about it, because I have a mentor whose business, his coaching business, generates, over $10 million a year. He launched a product and the product flopped. You understand what I'm saying? But here's what happened after that. He launched something else. He launched a different program, and it was one of the most successful things he's ever done in his career. So I know in entrepreneurship, you're going to take some wins and you're going to take some losses. But it's not about taking the wins and losses. It's all about what you do thereafter. You understand what I'm saying? So I just believe in, if you're going to fail fast and move on. And so this is a fail fast and move on conversation, or is it? I don't know. Any comments? Okay. All right. Well, that's the video. That's literally the video. That's literally the video.
The silence speaks louder than any words could.
Yeah. That's literally the video, best friends. That's literally the video. And like I said, one of the things that I want everybody to remember is, even as this is a prime example. Even as we're watching all of this stuff play out on social media, somebody was on a video that we did a couple of days ago, and they were like, oh my God, y'all still talking about this funeral? Y'all still talking about this? All the influencers are talking about this. Y'all must be doing it to get your numbers up. I'm actually doing it to teach. You see what I'm saying? But it's one of those situations where we as human beings always lead with how things impact us. And we always are only able to see things from our side of the table. There's always other sides of the table. There are always other sides of the table. I already have a lot of sleepless nights invested. I already have a lot of late nights. Sean has too, because there's so many moving parts. I would have to explain the whole process to you guys for you to get it, but there's a lot of moving parts, right? And so it's one of those situations where, there's always another side.
I think this is a good teaching opportunity. Valerie said, stop the pre-sale and only order what has already been paid for. As a business, do not take your loss on what people say.
No, I understand. Well, Valerie, the way that it works when you're designing, so we're designing a bag. It's different than all of the other bags that we carry on our site, right? When you design a bag, you have to order that bag in mass quantity. I'm talking about 1,000 is usually the 1,000 is usually the minimum order that they require. And so when you're looking at a huge amount, and our manufacturers were able to cut off a couple of hundred just for us. But when you're looking at a large order like that, I wasn't looking for the entire order to sell out. But when Sean and I did the math, and this is just business 101, when Sean and I did the math, there was a certain percentage where once this amount of people paid, even if we never sold another one, everything is taken care of and there's no loss there. But we were not willing to order until that certain amount was paid so that there would be no loss for us. You understand what I'm saying? And so it was one of those situations where when we looked at, and I'm very good at, and Sean is as well, I'm very good at projections. Sean and I literally went back through every video and made a list of everybody who continuously said, hey, I'll order, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'm interested, I want one, I want two, etc. And we were counting to see if we were even in the ballpark. So between that and the people, in our other, communities, you guys see us online, but, we have other communities. So between that and the people in our other communities, based on our own projection, we would have been a couple hundred over even where we needed to be. So there was that room for buffer. Not to mention anybody who would have purchased that wasn't even included in that list. You see what I'm saying? Because majority of the people who did order weren't even people who raised their hand and said, hey, I'm interested. They just happened to see the ad. They just happened to see the reel. They just happened to see the live. And some people, they watch the playback or whatever. They don't comment and they just took action. They never even said, hey, this is what I'm doing or whatever. They never even did it that way. Right? So yeah. But I don't know. Were there any more comments?
Angela said the pink is beautiful. I just ordered my Black Ancestry collection. I wish I could have ordered it at the time it first came out, but honestly, I can't afford it at 200 plus purse at this time. Okay.
No, and Angelita, I totally get it. And that was one of the reasons why we were like, I don't know, right? We were thinking about a lot of different factors, and there are a lot of moving parts. A lot of people are, the economy is uncertain. There's a lot of different moving parts, and we're very aware of all of that and very sensitive to all of that. And that was one of the reasons why we did the town hall meeting. And we were like, we want to just gauge, right? We don't want to make decisions for people. We don't want to make assumptions. We don't want to, I'm not in the business of counting nobody's coins. It's not that at all. But the way that you gauge, especially as a small business, is you just ask. We just ask, right? And we know that it's not going to be something for everybody. And we know, that this is not a drop in the bucket at all. Right. But we definitely, and I appreciate that, Angelita. But yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that was definitely why we laid that out at the town hall meeting as well. So it wouldn't be a surprise. Like everybody knew what the price
was. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Sean said one of the things that we did at the town hall meeting was we wanted to just lay it out like, hey, the price has gone up from the last time we designed a bag. Material costs have gone up. Shipping has gone up, especially coming from overseas. Like there's a lot of moving parts, right? And so yeah, as stated before, do you want to make a decision now? You want me to make a decision now, or do you?
Maybe let the replay run, because I find it very odd that nobody has said anything on the SJ page, which is very strange. And I'm trying to see if maybe the comments are messed up or something over there.
Okay.
But maybe we let it run and then make a final decision in the morning.
Okay. So what we will do, we will let the replay run. I will look at the comments of everything. Sean and I will make a firm decision in the morning. We'll do a live tomorrow. Before...
We can do it before noon if you want to. It don't matter.
We'll do a live tomorrow before noon, and we will make the determination if we're going to continue the pre-sale for the Rainbow Ancestry Collection. As mentioned before, this is not something we're going to revisit. This is not something we're going to revisit. So if we make the decision to close it down, we will do that. And then we will move forward with refunds for all of the people who have already paid. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. If anybody has any questions, you can feel free to put them in the comments, or you can contact us directly. You guys know how to reach us. You can either you can email, you can text customer service, however. You guys know, you've been around, you know how to reach us, and we will definitely make ourselves available. But that's it. That's really the video for tonight, guys. That's really the video. It's just we operate in transparency, and you don't get to a business that you built from home and get to, $500,000 a year without being transparent and without being honest. You don't get that. And we're certainly not going to get to the next level that God has for us by moving any different, right? What got us here has to keep us here. And that same energy has to take us beyond this level. And so that's it, guys. Well, we love you. We hope you have an amazing day, or amazing night, rather. Mm-hmm. And as we always say, the absolute best is yet to come. But baby, we still got about 50 more orders to pack. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Y'all have a good night.